Well, it has been a hot minute. Hope all of you are doing well. I'm doing better, I'd say, lately. There are still some things that have been up in the air, but I'm feeling a lot better than I did a few days ago, which is definitely a more positive, positive thing, I guess. I don't know. It's lately things have been kind of rough, but so far things have been relatively fine. It's just so far I'm just trying to go day by day right now with aspects of my life that are happening, which is really all I can do at this point. So memory serves right. We had just gotten into the fungal wastes, and we've got the Queen Station, we got the fast travel spot here, and then there's something that I passed up, but I don't remember what. And then there's one area over there that I haven't even gotten the map for. There's something below, and there's something to the left. So I think I'm gonna try for down and then right. But yeah, I've been having a bit of a time regarding things in my personal life. I'm not gonna say it all because I've said it before, and I'd like to at least keep some aspects of it relatively private until I know more information. So yeah, just letting y'all know right now. Like it's been a very emotionally turbulent time for me, and you know, I appreciate that all of you letting me just kind of reassess things in my life and how they're going. Like I've just been trying to readjust back after the stuff that I've been going through. Okay, you. If there's anything that I also remember about this game is that that person's a fraud. So I'm not gonna do shit with them. Yeah, I don't have a map for this, so I'm just gonna go. But yeah, I'm gonna keep the stream a bit short today in the event that I ever learn anything that comes out of nowhere. So probably 2.5 or so hours, I'd say. Possibly longer, depending on how I feel, but it's up in the air, as are a lot of things lately. But for the most part, I'm surviving. I'm just making sure I get back into my workout routine because I've pretty much neglected that all last week. I neglected that because of just the state of things, you know. Is that passageway or... I'm gonna check what's to the right at. Oh wait, I can't. Never mind then. Ow. Didn't I get his map here? I don't remember if I got your map, did I? There's a potent odor around these caverns and far worse for me than I expect. My trunk is quite sensitive, whereas you don't seem to possess a scent organ of any kind. Is it that you cannot smell at all? Okay, yeah, I've already gotten the map. So, yeah, that middle spot is just something I haven't filled in yet, so I think I'm gonna fill that in. So, overall, I guess to sum things up, I've been I'm not doing, I'd say, super perfectly. You know, things could be better, but I'm getting through things, and that's honestly the most that I can really hope for at this time. That's really it. Like, I'm not doing spectacular, but I am at the very least, you know, managing, which is I suppose the most that we can hope to do right now. I'm not. Yeah, I know about you. There we go. Yeah, that looks like a thing to grab. Ow. Okay, that goes through terrain. Good to know. Oh, you leave a little stink trail. Stinky little fella. There we are. But yeah, I mean, so the other thing that I've been doing is also keeping up with a lot of the gaming news that has been circulating, and a lot of the other kind of stuff that, you know, is kind of tough to avoid as far as hearing about it. But I suppose with the gaming news forefront, I guess, E3, yeah, that's fallen off hard. E3 lost all three of the big game publishers and competitors, which has pretty much proven that E3 is a dying goddamn event. Like, it is dead in the water, and frankly, like, what's even left there? PC Game Show and fucking... I'm trying to think, what else have they got left? PC Game Show, fucking Devolver Digital, I guess, but knowing them, they probably also jumped ship once they saw how fucking dead E3 is. I don't know. Like, I just see that news and I just... Like, on one hand, I'm just like, wow, it's kind of odd to see this event in gaming that people used to be excited for just be completely dead. But considering how E3 went over the past, like, few years, like, even pre-COVID, people were kind of becoming a bit more... I wouldn't say, like... I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Not sour. Because if anything, like, part of the reason to watch E3 besides the news is also to laugh at a lot of the cringe announcers try to be the gamer kind of centric thing. But in any case, yeah, E3 is dead in the water. No shocker there. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, one down. And now you. Got it. Charm. Oh, cool. Another notch. I'll actually take that. But yeah, that was one of the big things, was to learn how, you know, Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo. Well, Nintendo's been kind of Nintendo have been kind of off of E3 for a long time now, but I guess this is just the solidifying of it being like, okay, no, straight up, like, everybody's leaving. So, I don't really know what's left. Like, what all is left for E3 to even announce with. So, we'll see. But the format of the way that publishers and stuff are announcing their games has definitely altered a lot. Like, the most recent Xbox thing, people got excited for because of that one game, Hi-Fi Rush, which does look really interesting. And what also makes it a big appeal for me is that one of the tracks that the main character can attack to with the rhythm is Lonely Boy by the Black Keys, and I fucking love the Black Keys. So that like hit that gives me big old rush of happy feeling that I was not expecting to have. So yeah. So that's one thing. I don't know. Like, I just found it really interesting to just see that, you know, publishers have all decided to do their own announcement-based stuff, because okay, so the way I see it is just now publishers have enough money to pour their own kind of resources into announcing projects that they're publishing or developing, or even consoles they're making, depending on if it's a new generation of consoles or not, which, man, it feels so weird to think that this console generation is already 3 years old, but I blame that on the fact that, you know, the past 3 years with COVID has kind of fucked over people's, like, just sense of time. Like, it feels like just yesterday the PS5 came out. Granted, maybe that's because the PS5 and Xbox Series S don't exactly have any kind of, like, releases that are super major that are like, oh, here's our big exclusives, but maybe that'll change. Who knows? You know, the summer season will come by quickly, and we'll get ourselves some gaming news. And Nintendo will always do their own thing, for better and for worse. It's down this way. Okay, yeah, one of these dudes. One of these fartmen. Big fartmen. Okay, I can't get up there. Which means I gotta go all the way around. Unless... yeah, I gotta go down and around from the looks of it. Okay. Yeah, in terms of all of that announcement stuff that may or may not happen, I'm just kind of playing it by ear at this point, because I'm too exhausted from other things going on to really dedicate time to be like, when's the next direct? You know, I'd much rather just concentrate on my own shit right now. So, yeah. Like, I've never really been one to join in those kind of discussions about, like, you know, when's this next thing happening? When's this, like, when are we gonna get news on this thing? Because that sets you up for disappointment whenever a news announcement is happening. So I'm just opting to... So I'm just kind of opting to, you know, fucking do my own thing and just kind of see where the tide flows, I suppose. Please tell me there's a bench nearby. What's this? Wanderers seeking death, welcome. May you find swift end upon our claws. Swift end by our claws, but we have good Mai Tais here at the Mantis Village. Yeah, if there's anything that I also remember from this, it's this village. This is the village of Mantis people. Beautiful. There we go. Ooh, bench. I didn't mean to do that. I do remember that I also changed the dash to be on B because I just am too used to right face button being the dash. Oh, it's a stinky friend. What's this? Dash Master. What does this do? The bear will be able to dash more often as well as dash downwards. Ooh, cool. I may equip that next time I'm at a bench because I've got more space for stuff now. Okay. And sure enough. Now, this helps, but let's equip that. Draw more soul from enemies. Yeah. Okay. Got all that, got that statue. Cool. Now let's head up. Still can't go help out that stinky guy, but... Can I? Let me check. No, can't do that. Probably can't do it until I loop around. That might be it. Right? Possibly. Okay. Hey, more money. I'll take it. There we go. Cool. Yeah, and then it's to the left from here. Wasn't there a thing? I might be misremembering something. Okay, here. Okay, we're here at the village. Ow. There. Oop. Okay, I think I'm getting back into the swing of the controls here that I've got set up. Again, it's been a minute because of stuff, so... yeah. Oh, okay, so the energy blast is actually worth, like, what, 2 hits of my weapon? 3, maybe? No, if it was 3, it'd be dead already. I think 2. Come on. Hey, Combo. How you doing, man? Just got into the Mantis Village, so we're gonna be taking care of a lot of bugs. But yeah, I decided today that I felt okay enough, I think, to get into a stream if I can help it. Because I felt really bad for not streaming for as long as I did, but I mean, but honestly, that I kind of needed that break, frankly, because it was a lot happened, and a lot is still happening over the span of just this month, both in news and in my personal life and in games. Shouldn't feel bad. Love you, man. Love you too, man. It's nice to. I appreciate the patience. I really do. It's really appreciated. But there is some silver linings. So do you guys remember that convention that happened in the capital of my state that I went to? I believe I told you all about it. It was like the first year of this place's. It was the first year of this con's, I guess, happening. Well, they're doing it again this year. Which doesn't shock me too much because it was really, I'd say it was quite successful. Their guest lineup is kind of nutty. Their guest lineup is kind of insane this year. And by that I mean, like, allow me to share with you just only like a couple of the guests that I've got that caught my attention. The fucking Blue Power Ranger. They got the actress who played as Ash from, like, Hoenn League up until the most recent season where Ash is retiring from being protagonist of the series. They got the actress who plays Blaze the Cat in pretty much all Sonic properties. They got Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb. As well as the guy that voiced Freakazoid. So, yeah, they got some high-profile people, which I am amazed, but very pleasantly surprised. Like, I was pleasantly surprised about the whole thing, because I was like, holy shit. Granted, not all those properties are things I'm familiar with. I've not seen a single episode of Phineas and Ferb despite its meme-ified popularity, but, you know, I imagine those who love Phineas and Ferb will probably really enjoy getting to see them in person. So yeah, it was. Hey Ferb, what do you want to do today? Like, I don't know, Phineas. I feel like maybe going to some like comic convention in the Midwest of America. Man, that sounds like fun. Think we'll get to see some cool cosplays? Looks over to see something like someone dressed in like a extremely small scale Gundam or something. Oh wait, no! Phineas and Ferb tries to do an over-the-top cosplay contest. That'd be an idea for an episode. I mean, their whole thing is about, like, building stuff, right? So, maybe that'd be something they could do. I think that could be a funny episode, if it hasn't happened already. There's gotta be a Dr. Doofenshmirtz cosplayer. They have to at least get Dr. Doofenshmirtz voice actor for this guest list. They can't have Phineas and Ferb without him. Like, they need to. People will keep bringing Perry the Platypus stuff for him to sign, but it'll probably be funny for him. But yeah, that's just some of them. They got the guy that voiced Caden in Mass Effect. They got a pretty extensive guest list, but the one that I'm the most excited for is Lisa Ortiz, aka Lena Inverse from The Slayers. And you all know through past streams how much I fucking love the Slayers. How much I love that series. It is one of my favorites ever. So to learn that I could get to to learn that I'll get to meet her in person makes me very excited. I love the Slayers. I love Lena Inverse's character. Lisa Ortiz's work is always nice. Just I'm happy. I'm happy to have received that news. Yeah. And thankfully enough, that since this convention is only about an hour's drive away in my state, I don't really have to worry too much about having to get a plane ticket again, thank God. Because, you know, that was usually the thing that I'd have to worry about for most conventions, because my state is not exactly the most, like, how do I put this? Tends to never really have a lot going for it as far as, like, new convention things. Like, the closest that happened, which sadly died out thanks to COVID, and also because the con runner, like, the person that was running the convention ended up moving to Kansas to work at an esports company that, funnily enough, ended up with some really horrible controversy regarding financial compensation to different esports players and teams. So that was a very so that was kind of a sad outcome, really. But to see this convention happen again this year makes me hopeful, especially with the pedigree that they've got for the guests that they're having. Makes me quite happy. And of course, I'm still like on the job hunt, as can be done. It's all I'm really able to do at this time regarding other things I have to look after. But I'm kind of just letting that happen as it may. Like, I'm not gonna force anything because Lord knows I hit right trigger to try and dash. It's just a bit of stuff that I've got, a lot of stuff that I've got to, you know, look around for, but there are options. Okay, so yeah, there was a thing going up, but I don't know if I could reach it. But now that I've got the claw, maybe I could go to that middle section that I missed. Just need to get my stuff back. Yeah. But yeah, besides that one in my state's capital, my convention plans are kind of not looking super frequent. Because, you know, traveling is expensive, and it's only going to get more expensive because, you know, we live in a time where shit's getting more expensive by the month. I mean, fuck, I recently went. I don't mean to get like super pissy about these things, because it's like I try to keep it casual here. I try to keep everything calm and nice and chill. But I recently had to do a grocery store trip, picking up my brother from his job, just to get some stuff to have around the house. Let's see. I think I got like a salad, a pizza, like a frozen pizza, and let's see, salad, frozen pizza, and I think like some ginger beer. Yeah, was it ginger beer? Yeah, it was. It was ginger beer, a frozen pizza, and a salad. And was there a fourth thing? I don't remember. I think it was like 3 or 4 items worth. No, it was 4 items, but I don't remember what I got for the 4th item. Those 4 items together were like $25 even. $25 even. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, oh man, like I just could not, I was amazed at that. Well, amazed in the bad way. Like, there was no, like, I was in disbelief from seeing that, but I guess that's just what happened. That's what happens in a bad economy, I guess, or something. I don't fucking know. It was just a revelation to go through, I tell you what. But, at the very least, I got to have said frozen pizza today, and it was it's good. Like, the brand of pizza that I got is typically a good one that hasn't really let me down, albeit there's no ever really replacing a handmade pizza. Which store is it? It's a chain in the Midwest. It's a chain in the Midwest. I'll say that much. Yeah, I don't really want to say too much about that. I don't really like to talk about the location, but it is a Midwest chain. I don't know if it's got in locations in other states like Missouri or Illinois, but I know it is Midwest exclusive. And it's known for 2 things. 1, for its meat market, and 2, that the courtesies, basically the people that help bag your groceries at the checkout, they help carry your groceries to your car if you have an excess of items. So like if you got a cart full of items or a basket, which is full of items, which I've never understood why they would call a shopping cart a basket. Why? Why call it a basket? It's not a basket, it's a fucking cart. A basket is the handheld thing that you hold in your hand that's basket-like. Like Red Riding Hood's cookie basket, but that's a rant for another time. But yeah, it's known for those 2 things. And funny enough, I actually used to work at this place as a courtesy. Now, I stopped working there because, frankly, it was that and the pizza job that I worked that made me realize how much I hate doing customer service work. Or at the very least, customer service work that involves being in front of people and trying to make small talk. I hate being forced to do small talk for work. I hate it so much. It's so bad because it just makes me feel so... It makes me feel like the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic with pre-programmed responses, you know? But I was picking up my brother from there because my brother's far better for that job than I am. And I was just like, I want to get some stuff while I'm here, you know, just to have around the house in case I am in the mood to not cook or something, which, you know, I normally don't cook anyway, but you know what I mean. And that's when I decided, like, 4 items shouldn't be too much, and then it was $25 total for those 4, and I was like, oh my god. Like, like, how fucked is it that people can choose to get McDonald's for their dinner, like a big McDonald's dinner, and be able to have it be cheaper than getting groceries that are fresher and, like, you know, relatively a more healthy and long-lasting option. Like, how fucked is that, you know? But that gets into a subject that probably is that I'm not qualified really fully to talk about, if I can be honest. So I'm just really gonna leave it there. Got some items, total was 25, and that made me just look at my... I was just in disbelief by the end of that, honestly. But I guess another change that happened over the course of this month, I got rid of my beard. Yeah, so for those that don't know, one of the resolutions I had this year was that I wanted to give growing a beard a shot, because people always told me that I look a bit older with my facial hair on, and that my parents have constantly said, like, oh no, you look really good with a beard, you ought to try it out. And I'm like, I don't know how wanting I am to do all of the maintenance that comes with a beard, because yes, you do have to maintain your beard as much as you maintain your hair. Like, there's a bottle of beard conditioner in my house. Like, in my shower, there's a bottle of beard conditioner that's meant to help, like, soften your beard, I guess, or make it, like, less prickly. And I tried it for, like, let's see. The beard started while I was in Sweden, so in December, and then I carried it through to, like, last night. But last night was a breaking point for me because, one, I had been dealing with so much of the stuff that's been happening in my personal life that I've been stressed, and two, the beard had been interfering with my sleep. So the way that I describe it is that when the beard was full-ish, bits of the beard would kind of start to itch and prick into my face. Like, you know that itchy sensation of, like, oh man, you just felt like a really weird sharp tingle on your face and you just gotta scratch it. I felt that, but on my face each time I tried to go to sleep. And granted, that is my own fault, because when you shave your face, you're cutting off the hairs, and the hairs themselves end up being kind of like little pinpricks thanks to the razor cutoff. So yeah, that's kind of what the conditioner is all supposed to help with, but it was not helping me. And finally last night, I was just like, I want to actually sleep. I want to get to sleep faster, but I can't because of this beard. Fuck it, I'm shaving it off. So at around like 1 or 2 in the morning, I shaved my beard and I went to bed, and I fell asleep within like a couple minutes, and I fell asleep so hard. I slept so well. And I was like, yeah, never again. Granted, does this make me, a 26-year-old man, look like he's probably 20, 22? Yes. But does it help me feel like I actually get some sleep and comfort? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Like, no, not knocking anybody that does have a beard and like it. You know, they do add to a sense of dignity, but I just couldn't take it. I could not take the discomfort I was feeling. Each time I kept trying to sleep, it just would not want me to. Yeah, I just couldn't. Anywho, we're in a new area. But yeah, that was something else that happened, and it was a resolution that I wanted to give a shot on top of a couple other things. But it's like one resolution I've accomplished, which was reaching affiliate. Again, thank you all so much for helping me reach that point. Like, holy shit. The other was growing a beard, which I failed at, or I don't know. I guess I did succeed at it, but I didn't last. And the other is to eventually move out of my parents' place, which right now is not looking likely, at least not for a little bit. I was hoping to eventually find a full-time work and move out by like the summer, but I don't know. Depending on how things go, I don't know about that, but we'll have to see. But I mean, that was already an uphill battle in the first place, because people in our age group, like the low to high 20s, so like me, I'm 26, and someone else who would be like 25 or 23, have a hard time doing it unless they have unless they get a roommate or something, or they still live with their parents, like me. So, I don't know. It's been rough. It's been a rough time, but I'm glad to at least have some kind of stability with streaming this. Streaming here on Twitch. Hey, pal. The capital lies before us, my friend. What a somber place it seems, and one that holds the answers to many a mystery. I too have felt the pull of this place, though now I sit before it, I find myself hesitant to descend. It is fear. Is it fear, I wonder, or something else that holds me back? The city looks to be built into an enormous cavern, and the rain pours down from the cracks in the stone above. There must be a lot of water up there somewhere. I suppose if the cave roof stayed strong this long, it should hold for us. Before I leave the kingdom, I'd like to see where all that water comes from. What a sight it must be. If you look down from here, through the rain, you can just make out those twisted sentries, their husks still stuck in the endless patrol. I'd be cautious around them, my short friend. Their training will not have been forgotten. This city presents some formidable foes. Isn't this a wonderful spot for a rest? I so love the sound of the rain upon glass. Yeah, I get that. Rain on a surface, hard rain on a surface, is one of the most relaxing sounds ever. Like, I don't know about you, but I actually really like having heavy rain come down. It's just a relaxing thing to listen to. There we go. Yeah, I remember this. Remember you, GeoChest? Yeah. But yeah, what I was also talking about earlier, Combo, was the E3 news about how Microsoft has now also decided to pull out of the whole E3 race, I guess is the word for it. And I just kind of talked, saying, like, you know, as neat as E3 had been for the years it was around, publishers and developers have now gotten enough money and resources for them to be able to do their own thing. I mean, shit, you saw the reception. Like, people really liked Microsoft's most recent conference thing. Granted, from the games I saw, it was kind of, I was like, okay, besides Hi-Fi Rush, there wasn't really a whole lot there that really drew me in, but, you know, at the very least, Hi-Fi Rush seems to be really well liked. And I would want to play it, I just don't have the resources at this time. But yeah, it was just an interesting bit of news to see that E3 has indeed, like, lost it all. Well, not all, but you know what I mean. Hornet's cool. Again we meet, little ghost. I'm normally quite perceptive. You I underestimated, though I've since guessed the truth. You've seen beyond this kingdom's bounds. Yours is resilience born of two voids. It's no surprise then you've managed to reach the heart of this world. In doing so, you shall know the sacrifice that keeps it standing. If, knowing the truth, you'd still attempt a role in Hollownest's perpetuation, seek the grave in ash, and the mark it would grant to one like you. Memorial to the Hollow Knight. The black vault far above, though its sacrifice Hollownest lays eternal. Or through its sacrifice Hollownest lays eternal. Cool. Still need to find Corifer. But yeah, the events of things have just been an interesting thing to look at. And I'm not even just talking about the streamer drama, although admittedly that's also been a head-scratching sight. Like very perplexing to see. I'm not gonna say what it is, because frankly, if y'all are on social media as much as I am, then you've probably seen it already. So I'm mostly just gonna talk about some other stuff because I try to keep it casual, you know, keep it casual, talk about some stuff that's just on a bit more of a pleasant note. Like the King of the Hill thing. Dude, have you seen a stormtrooper helmet flipped upside down? No, you are asking the wrong person about that. I don't know I know jack and shit about Star Wars. Granted, that probably I haven't. But yeah, the King of the Hill thing, I'm gonna full on admit that is not inspiring a lot of confidence in me because, you know, a lot of the times reboots tend to not have the best, or not reboots, but kind of continuations of things tend to not really hold as much water as their original runs, at least in my book. Oh, combo, that's cursed. That's cursed, but I kind of want to make that into a 7TV emote. I may make that into a 7TV emote. Quite cursed. I love it. But yeah, I think of seeing that King of the Hill news made me think of like the different kinds of what's the best way to put this? It made me think of like iconic properties that seem of their time, albeit also, you know, ahead, like of and ahead of their time, if that makes sense. You know, like your Simpsons and stuff like that. And I just don't know how, I'm not sure how King of the Hill would work in a modern context. Maybe you'll be surprised by the reboot. Maybe I will be. But I think it's HBO Max, and I don't have HBO Max, so I don't think that'll work. And honestly, even if I could have the access to, I'm not sure how keen I'd feel about supporting HBO Max after that fucking animation purge that it went through. God, like, that CEO, I hope to fucking God he got the biggest, either the biggest pay cut or like the hardest nut smack, like corporate nut smack imaginable. I hope he got smacked the same way Ichiban does when in the shareholders minigame. There we go. Have you brought me another nail to be honed? Leave it on the ground and return later, if you're still breathing. Oh. Oh, I thought you were someone else. After a nailsmith, are you? Well, you found one. I'm not much for talk, but if it's a nail that needs repair, then you've come to the right bug. Your own nail is in quite a sorry state. It's obviously not one of mine. Still, anything can be refined with enough effort and skill. Even that broken blade. If you'd like, I can reforge your nail. It'll make the blade far more deadly. Sure. As you wish. I'll get to work then. Yeah, I mean, I guess modern reboots can be a surprise. I remember people liking that Animaniacs reboot, so maybe we'll be surprised regarding that. There we go. The reforging is complete. I've honed your nail's edge. You'll find it much stronger than it used to be. Head out there and test its strength against your foes. And yeah, if I remember right, yeah, the nail's just now like a lot less chipped and stuff. It's less cracked. Yeah, now it's a lot more of like big sword. But So from what I was saying earlier, shows like that were ahead of their time, but also clearly products of their time, can feel like a bit eyebrow raising when they've gotten like new seasons or new reboots, like the Clone High stuff. Like Clone High is also another one that's also kind of like cool, but also like I want to be excited for it, but I don't know. I'd feel the same. Let me put it like this: I would feel the same way if they did a sequel to Metal Gear Rising. If they did a sequel, like if a sequel from Metal Gear Rising somehow became a thing, even after all of the bullshit surrounding Hideo Kojima and Konami, I don't think it would hit as hard or be as poignant and as memeable as Revengeance was. Because Revengeance has Armstrong, Revengeance has Jetstream Sam, and it has that meme's DNA of the soul thing from Monsoon, and it has some aspects of Armstrong's speech that feel a little too close to reality, which is typically how Hideo Kojima, predicts the future, which is fucking bizarre. But if we were to get a Revengeance sequel, which I don't even know what you'd call that, like, I would say Metal Gear Rising, like, I don't know. If there were a Metal Gear Rising sequel, I just don't think it would have the same impact, and I don't think it would have the same memified nature. I just don't think it would work as well. Like, granted, it maybe I'd be wrong, and there are more aspects that contributed to Revengeance's, like, big energy moments of being hype as shit, like the boss themes kicking in with the lyrics around the last phase, the gameplay, the blade mode. If they get those right, then it's like, okay, yeah, it'll be enjoyable on a gameplay basis, but I'm talking like how the game will be remembered alongside Revengeance. So, yeah, not to say that it probably wouldn't be a good game. I'm just saying it would probably not have as strong of a impact amongst the gaming sphere and on social media. Like, again, think of how out of left field Jetstream Sam and Armstrong were in terms of their memification on the internet. I don't think that can be replicated. They can't. I don't think they could make another Armstrong. I don't think they could make another Jetstream Sam. I don't think they could make another meme's DNA of the soul, But who knows? I may be wrong regarding that, because we have been surprised by modern reboots before. But we've also been not as surprised when they've turned to shit. So I'm not gonna say no, but I'm also not gonna say, God, yes, please, more in my eyes, Actually, speaking of Revengeance, that's another game that's a part of an idea stream thing that I've got, probably for some sort of special event or something. Just stream the full game in one go. Probably wouldn't be the wisest idea, but it would be an idea. There we are. Assemble the bench. Yeah. Bench. Isn't it a change from those twisting Isn't this a change from those twisting natural caverns? The rain does cast something of a sadness upon it all, but the architecture is simply splendid. Charting such a different space is quite the challenge, though one I've eagerly undertaken. Perhaps you'd care to purchase a copy of my achievements so far. Do you have anything else to say? We've both come far to reach this grand place. While I'm about these buildings, I must remember to collect a trinket or two for Zelda. Alright. Okay, there's a lot more. Yeah, there's an area to the right that I can't really get to. Let's to the left here. Oh, hey.
Hoy! Watch where you're going, you soggy vagabond. I don't want you to splash me. I've had a miserable time trying to keep dry. I am Zot the Mighty, a knight of great renown. If I decide that I'm going to stay dry, then that's what's going to happen. Curse this wretched city. Water and monsters constantly fall from above. It's no wonder this blasted kingdom fell to ruin. Have you seen them? The guards who still patrol this city, even after dying. Being overly devoted to one's duties is no virtue.
Well, it's not my fault your like nylon cosplay can't handle getting fucking soaked in water.
I have to get this dry cleaned specifically, because if I get it done any other way, it will fall apart. It will start to lose all of the cool coloration in the fabric.
Zod does kind of have the energy of the person that would unironically dress as their favorite anime character. Like that one guy who, it has to have been a skit or something, but there was like a video I remember seeing a thumbnail of where it was like a dude that tried to be Trunks from Dragon Ball Z, and it's like, okay, cool character to want to cosplay. I would love to cosplay Trunks. Granted, I would never be able to achieve any capacity of his build, but the guy like apparently like he had his hair and everything, and I'm like, oh, please tell me, please say psych. I haven't seen the video, but please say psych. I don't know, like, I just see that and I'm just going like, buddy, like, I just hope that's a skit. I really, really do. I don't know where I am. Okay, so I'm there. And then there's a bench up here. Okay, cool. I also remember an NPC that gave you money in exchange for like the stuff you, like the journals and and crests and stuff that you find. I need to find that guy again. Okay, and then we've got a bench. Pop a squat. Ah, get to hear what he has to say about this place. Yeah, part of the reason why I decided on this game, I guess, to return after my little hiatus is because it's also a lot more simple in terms of its the stuff going on screen, because lately people have been experiencing some internet and bitrate issues in their streams, and there have been other things that also are a little wary inducing regarding the stream like Twitch and streaming stuff. So yeah. Seeing the stuff I've seen lately has made me go like, like nothing awful is happening. Nothing awful has happened yet, but I've taken plenty of measures, basically.
I remember this station well. A common trip it was. Goods from all over the kingdom were transported here. Not a lot was sent back the other way, though. Eager to travel the Stagways, just hop on that platform and give me the signal, and we'll soon be on our way.
Okay, nothing else. There's something to the right near where Corifer was. Okay, yeah, I thought there'd be something on top of the roof there, but I was wrong. Now this way, and then down. But yeah, I'd been noticing that apparently some internet issues had happened for others in terms of their streams, and even when I'm not, even when I'm not streaming, my internet had apparently been dealing with some problems. So I did not quite feel like, I didn't quite feel like doing a stream of something like Yakuza or a high game. News for today, I got Smack Studio, a game that focuses on user-made content as the main feature, different from Framemakers or rivals. Currently, I'm making a cowboy emoji, a fighter. I did also see that video, that Framemakers video, of somebody who made like a like the special, kind of the final smash of like an Omni-Man-esque thing, but made it the Dumpy meme. That was like the super powerful, like instant thing, and honestly, that shouldn't surprise me. The internet is both a beautiful and strange place, and yeah, there are no two ways around that whole situation. It's just, I look at that and I was like, yeah, it sounds about right. Like, the only thing that I could probably imagine next is somebody making a actually well-balanced and like a very nicely balanced and well-constructed fighter build of like would be a good one. I'm trying to think of a good, I mean, I guess maybe Hank Hill. But that's too easy. I want to think of a meme character that'd be like really unexpected, like the kind of thing that would like make you do a double take and be like, how the fuck did people think of that as a character idea? Oh, that's funny, combo. But what would be one? I mean, I guess maybe Shrek too, but again, I feel like a lot of those are too easy. Like, you ever hear like, oh, they're gonna like, hey, I want to make a meme mod or something. I'm gonna add this character in and make him legitimately viable as like a battle skin or something, and it's like, okay, yeah, but that's kind of obvious. Like, everybody will know that Framemakers likely will have a billion Shreks or something, you know? All of varying kinds of build, of like character builds and viability. Oh, hey. Ow. There we are. Soul Sanctum. Cool. What's this way? More of Corfer. What's this? Something for a key. Okay, I do not have whatever key that is. The physical manifestation of Home Depot. See, that would work. That would be a good one. And then the super move would just be the Home Depot like commercial theme. Whilst they take out like, I don't know, like a circular saw. I don't know. I don't know my power tools super well. Or maybe it'd be a saw, a tape measure, or it'd be a saw and a tape measure, and a bunch of other kind of construction materials, and then they'd be building you a house before you get defeated and explode. So it'd essentially be like Villager's Final Smash, but with the Home Depot theme. You know, I also had like an idea that actually brings up an idea, like physical manifestations, like, or I guess Jijinkas, if we're gonna use like the term, I suppose, for it. One idea I had recently for like a visual novel-esque kind of thing would be like a visual novel of like liquors as people, or what's another one? Social media sites, or I guess chains of big department stores like Home Depot, restaurants. That could, oh yeah, that probably would be. Actually, no, that probably would be better. Yeah. I don't know, because it got, like, I got to thinking about it whenever I see things like the Merryweather comics of the Switch and the internet browsers, like the console personifications and then the browser personifications, and I'm like, what other kinds would be interesting to see interact with each other and be a potential like romance visual novel? Arby's has a cowboy moveset. Yeah. Actually, no, I don't think. I don't associate Arby's with cowboys, frankly. I don't really associate Arby's with cowboys. Ah, God. Sorry, I've been having some eye irritation lately. Ugh. But, yeah, like Arby's would probably, I don't know, maybe they'd have a cowboy-esque look, but I don't picture them having a cowboy moveset. There we go. Ooh, one hit left. Do I have a bench that I can sit at? Oh, hello. Let's see. McDonald's, I think, would have a very... See, I guess this is also the thing about me not going to fast food joints for a super frequent amount of time, some of which I haven't been to in over a decade. Like, I don't really know what their movesets would be because I don't eat at them. Hoping Slap Studio gets a decent following. Not as popular as Frame Makers currently, but there are still some people making stuff. Yeah. I mean, it is at least nice to see games have this kind of dedicated idea of letting people be creative with what they make for the game in terms of, like, platform fighters and movesets for these fighters. Albeit, you know, with some not overly free. You don't want to end up with, like, you don't want to end up with what you had sometimes with that Smash stage creator. But at the very least, you know, it'd be interesting to see what people can make with the rules in place. I jumped right into that. Got a feeling I'll be fighting a lot of Sonic OCs, though. Yeah, that might be... A lot of it may end up being the OC making game. Because once a tool comes out that allows people to make OCs on a relatively cheap and easy to understand system, the OCs are just going to get rolled out like crazy. It's happened to a lot of games that tend to have a more free-to-play aspect, too. Like, I mean, that's kind of what's gone on with FF14, where people make their OCs with the free trial and go through the first expansion because of how available it is now and how it's basically free. There we go. Already seeing Sans characters wither away. It's cowboy for them. Yeah. It's actually interesting you bring up Sans. I was informed by a friend of mine that apparently there was another Tumblr Sexy Man vote. I didn't realize that it's now going to be an annual thing, but you know, it is a thing. Like, I don't know, like, it's not as widespread about as the first one, because I didn't hear anything about it, but apparently Sans actually lost, and so did Reagan, which interesting kind of thing to see. But according to my friend, the winner was actually the radio host of the Welcome to the Night Vale thing. Like, you know, Welcome to the Night Vale? Yeah, apparently the winner was the radio host of that. And, I mean, good on that. Probably gave Night Vale a lot more followings than it had in a long time. I don't know. I didn't know about the Night Vale until, like, I was, like, 18. But apparently it's the... Okay, so for those that don't know... Welcome to Night Vale is like this radio podcast thing that covers the odd goings on of a fictitious town called Night Vale and all of the supernatural stuff that happens in it. And apparently the radio host of it won the Tumblr Sexy Man contest of 2023. So... yeah, I guess the best way I can put it is if, like, it's like if Twilight Zone was a radio podcast kind of show. Does that make sense? Like, not a very good way to describe it, but that's my understanding of that whole show. All right, I need to use the restroom real quick, so if you all will excuse me, I'm gonna run an ad. Monotone voice. Something like, I believe so. But if you'll excuse me real quick, I need to use the restroom. So I'm going to run an ad, and then I'll be back soon. So, yeah, I recommend y'all use the restroom too. And I'm back. All right. Hopefully you all got hydrated like you should. You got to be a little good at pixel art to make it decent characters. Hopefully they add more tools and presets to the game, like how Scribblenauts gives you stuff. Yeah. My I guess my kind of creation game when I was a kid was Drawn to Life. If anyone remembers that one. I remember playing the first one on the DS was like, oh god, that was my addiction when I was a kid. I played that so much. And honestly, I still think it looks charming and fun to this day. But apparently the sequel was where a lot of things got added, and apparently story elements got really interesting as they went on. So, yeah. I'll talk more about it after this boss fight. Smello, Smalls Master. There we go. Come on. Ah, you're faking me out now. Like I was just shy. Flashing lights warning, I guess. Oh my god. Oh, hello. Oh, you're not done? Haha. Oh, come the fuck on. Well, that was close. Survived with one hit. All right, Desolate Dive. Hold right trigger. Oh, cool! It actually like saves what button I changed the soul thing to. That's actually really convenient. It's actually quite nice to have as a small little detail. The question is, do I have enough soul to even do it? I don't think I do. Oh, it doesn't matter. But yeah, like creation-based stuff was always kind of fun. I didn't really... Basically, anything that wasn't drawn to life as far as a creation game went, I wasn't interested in. But then the sequel to Drawn to Life came around, and holy shit, like... Didn't I... Hold on, wait, wasn't it... Huh? Strike the grounds of the right, tap right. Huh? But I... What the hell? Huh? Why isn't it working? I just burned all my soul for nothing. What? Or is it... I thought it'd be down and then... Or wait, is it while I'm on the ground? Well, either way, I've just burned all my soul. That's not good. Hold on now. Well, this sucks. Okay. Let's try this again. Nope. Maybe it's having them both at the same time. Nope. What the hell? Why is it not... I know my down part on my D-pad's working. Said tap right... Said tap the right trigger and then... it down. I must be inputting it wrong. I mean, this is a pretty situational ability, so I'm not too worried about not pulling this off all the time, but... there we go. Okay, I didn't even notice my health. Oops. Am I back here, though? That's nice. Okay, so the sequel to Drawn to Life. There were two different sequels. Like, same name, different kinds of sequels, if that makes sense. There was one for the Wii and one for the DS. And by the consensus of people that played all of the games, the DS Drawn to Life sequel is the best one. Because it basically just is the same Drawn to Life, just with more stuff to it, but... and this is something that is very much like something you gotta really hunt for if you know where you're looking. You need to get the version of the DS Drawn to Life sequel that has like the original ending of the game. And what do I mean by that? I mean that the original ending for the Drawn to Life sequel is like one of the most hard left turns into a somber ending I have ever seen in a video game. And that is usually the consensus that a lot of other people say about it too. So you're probably wondering, like, well, what is this sequel then? Like, what is it about this what is it about this sequel that's so somber and out of left field? So there's this NPC. So in the game, there's this race of people called the Rapos, I believe is what they're called. I might be forgetting the exact wording, but they're these cute animalistic people that are just fun and adorable in their own ways and have their own struggles. They're the NPCs you interact with as the created character of your choosing. You know, be that a character that is like a pixelated replica of Captain Falcon or someone else. I think did I just soft lock myself? No, wait, should I have been able to get to that before? Oh no. Oh wait, no, there is a floor here. Okay, thank God. So you play as them, but you encounter this one human, like regular human character named Mike. And Mike is this just random, this random human kid that's just in this magic realm. And it's like, huh, that's weird. Wonder what the mystery is there. Oh well, first game you just go through fighting the final boss and then boom, that's done. In the sequel, though, I don't remember the events of that story fully, but I do remember the ending. The ending of the original version of Drawn to Life, the sequel, was that it turned out the events of the game were all a comatose dream by Mike in the real world, who had gone through a horrific car crash in which most of his family ended up in the hospital. That was the original ending for the sequel to Drawn to Life that ended up getting changed to something else. Like, so essentially Mike's whole situation was an Alice in Wonderland style dream, but not induced by, say, sleeping next to a tree. It was, you know, almost being in a horrific car crash. So, yeah, I can understand why they would probably want to change that ending. It was a very hard left turn into dark territory. But then in the sequel, they just changed it to be like, uh-oh, Mike fell out of a tree, and, you know, it was all still a dream induced by him just bonking his head. And it's like, all right. So, yeah, it's just really interesting to witness a game that had been relatively cheery, or at the very least very safe as far as the stuff it'll show goes, but then it just veers hard fucking left into that ending, and it's like, whoa, where did this come from? Excuse me? It's one of those things you really got to experience for yourself, or at least watch like a video analysis, because I don't know how much like getting that original version of Drawn to Life, the sequel, even would. Hold on, I'm looking that up. Okay, so it's called Drawn to Life, the Next Chapter. How much would it be? No. Co-cartridge. Wait. There was a collection? Okay, yeah, and Drawn to Life did get a sequel again called Two Realms, but apparently that one's not very good. Oh my god, wait. Oh wow, they're both actually really affordable. They're like $8 to $12. Okay. Wow. Interesting. I did not know that Drawn to Life apparently... Huh. And I guess the only other Drawn to Life thing that I remember is the SpongeBob one, the one where Doodle Bob was the main villain, but I didn't play that one because licensed games, a lot of licensed games have been good, but let's face it, not all of them have been very good. But yeah, apparently Two Realms, the most recent Drawn to Life game, did not get received super positively. Like, because the previous Drawn to Life games had all been like platformers with creationist elements. Now this new game is like a puzzle game with creation elements, and it's like not quite what people want. Okay, no, that's not what I mean. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh god. Okay, yeah. It was a reprint of the game that came out a lot later. But yeah, the whole thing about the story of both games was that it was just a dream, which admittedly, let's face it, is never really a fun thing to discover as far as like how a game's story plays out. Like how many stories have y'all encountered that have been ruined by the whole, or have been enhanced by the whole it's all a dream aspect? Like in media, not just games, in media. like, the only other time where it can ever be, like, used properly... I don't know, unless it's a dreams to real life situation like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, which, not the best example, but it is an example I can bring up. Like, I don't know, like, I just feel like that's a veritable slap in the face to the audience regarding, like, the cool world and characters you encountered, but it's like, well, none of it's... I mean, technically none of it is real because it's a video game, but none of it has outlasting consequences because the person can just wake up. Unless there's some kind of rules in place, but... Anyway, that's my Drawn to Life rant, I guess. It was just this really out of left field, very dark and somber ending, like a very out of left field dark turn for a very cheery game to have gone under. Like, to just veer the hardest left I've ever seen into this ending, and then, you know, it happened, and then I never played that game again, not out of trauma, but because I beat the game. I was done. There was nothing else to experience. Sorry I missed you. If you're feeling lost, why not pop up to our store? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it was just really interesting. Just a little unlock of a memory, I guess, since we were talking about games that allowed you to create your own stuff to it. Because, you know, albeit very limited, Drawn to Life did a lot for that. Often made characters using the templates that they provided as far as things to make. The music that oh, are you looking up the ending? I don't remember the music in Drawn to Life very much, but are you looking up that ending right now? Isn't it fucking like, isn't it crazy? It's just, like, there's no other ways to describe it. It's insane just how fucking crazy sad and somber it goes. Like what? Excuse me, video game? And it was the Raposa, I remember. But yeah, that was the deal. That's Drawn to Life. My little story about how I discovered that ending, and then apparently they reprinted the ending, and apparently people are still just like, well, I mean, you didn't. The whole "it's a dream" ending is never really a thing that's fun to witness in a game in general, but I don't know, man. You see that ending and it's just like, what in the shit? So yeah, you know, despite the limitations of it being on the DS and everything, I will say that Drawn to Life, I think, is still fun. At least to me, from what I can recall. I want to say this is the ending to an anime I recommend it, but I'm not saying so I don't spoil. Not saying which. Yeah. You're the guy I can sell things to. Aye, come searching for rare items, have you? Well, hands off. This collection is mine, and I won't be selling to grubby little wanderers. Still, I imagine you come across many interesting items in your travels. Maybe you'd care to part with some. I'll offer a fair trade for each.
Oh, Paul.
A wanderer's journal, eh? Though they're common finds about the kingdom, I much enjoy the deciphering of their text. Read together, they paint a morbid tale. It seems fate was unkind to most who traveled within Hollow Nest's ruin. Another Wanderer's Journal. I might not offer a lot for each, but they're plentiful about the caverns, and I doubt you'll find another willing to make trade for Geo. I have this for you. Will you have something interesting for this? Dude, the art is so much more realistic than the replacement one. Oh, for Drawn to Life? Yeah, isn't it fucking bizarre? Oh, dude, I just saw what you posted to me on Twitter. Oh, that's... Yeah, like that kind of shenanigans with the Smash creator. Albeit some a bit more explicit than others. But yeah, isn't it, like... It's such a hard left field turn for that game to have taken with an ending presentation. Like, what? But yeah, for those that want to know what I'm talking about, just go look up the endings and see what I'm talking about, because it really is just like, it's one of those things that kind of slaps you on the back of the head just out of nowhere. Like I remember watching that ending for the first time and just kind of being more like, I remember just kind of looking at the screen and my eyes narrowing more than being like sad. I was just like, where did that come from? Like, excuse me? Anywho, a Hollowness Seal, eh? Very interesting, this. Do you know of the kingdom's 5 great knights? They're revered figures of Hollownest, often mentioned in the annals of the kingdom, but only as a group. I remember seeing the word annals for the first time, and I thought it said anals, or thought I pronounced it anals, and I was brutally reminded about that by Jordan, because I think it was during our Devil May Cry 5 playthrough. And I was like, oh, that's a very... the annals of history, that is not the right kind of thing. Oops. Both their names and appearances seem to have been expunged from history. Though long has passed since their time, it'd be a grand achievement to discover their identities. Looks like you don't have any relics on you. If you manage to find any in good condition, bring them to me and I'll give you a fair amount of Geo for them. Well, I've got a good amount of money right now. But yeah, now y'all know a little bit about my childhood. The fact that I was obsessed with playing Drawn to Life and had so much fun playing it. And I'd still recommend it as like a fun bite-sized platformer with some cute creation elements. And I mean, shit, it's cheap enough to get. Like I was seeing copies of that game and the sequel run for about $8-12 either together or apart. So yeah, let that speak for how accessible it is to get. I probably wouldn't want to replay the game because I replayed it so many times when I was young, and I think I got it out of my system, as it were. Ow! Oh, hey, there's a hidden wall here. Hello. What's over here? Oh, hello. Don't take something if it isn't yours. That's the law. Everything you see, it belongs to me. Don't be angry. I'll share my food with you if you give me some Geo. Sure, I'll buy some food. This Geo is mine now. Don't try to take it back. Here, take your food with you when you leave. Another rancid egg. Okay. But yeah, part of me has been kind of on a bend of playing some DS and 3DS games again. I recently beat Dragon Quest VIII on the 3DS because I'd been watching someone play through Dragon Quest VIII on the PS2, and it's been making me kind of want to finish beating it, because when I played Dragon Quest VIII, I played the 3DS version, which granted has its own problems, like the UI is not as fancy and it doesn't have the orchestrated soundtrack. But I just found some of the benefits to the gameplay and everything a little too convenient and just better than the PS2 version. Albeit, although I still have the PS2 version, which someday I may play it. I mean, shit, someday I may stream it. So that's something to keep in mind. But I did beat 8 on the 3DS, and man, that final boss was a nightmare for me. I remember before this most recent, my most recent attempts on it, I was fighting that boss, that final boss would keep killing me so quickly. And then I learned that in the 3DS version, they made him harder. They took away some elements of the fight, and they added more HP and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god. But I did finally find a system to beat it. Like, for the longest time, I thought it was underleveled, but it turned out I wasn't. It really was just me not really finding a groove, as it were, for the boss. But I did find my groove. Wasn't the Emperor's groove, but it was my groove. This is my groove. This is my boss fight groove. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Bench. I need to find Corifer. Oh shit. Hey, there he is. Yeah, I remember you. And then your bottom half. Fucking Mononongal from SMT looking ass. The groove is mine. It was made for me. Yeah, exactly. This is my groove. It was made for me. But yeah, I did eventually beat it, and then I learned about the post-game stuff, and I probably will try the post-game stuff, but after finally beating that final boss that took me so many tries to try and beat before, I was just in the mood of like, I'm gonna put this down because I got an ending. I got an ending to the game, and it's an ending I'm happy with. And I can say with 100% confidence that I believe the Dragon Quest VIII hero is the best one. And, you know, for those that probably would prefer one hero over the other, it's like the heroes for 8 and 5 are probably the top ones for the fan base, because 5 gives you a lot of the things about his character through like the party talk and how he apparently interacts with the other characters through that system. Like, you know, because in 5 you actually have kids and a family, and there's a full-on situation where your kids bring up the fact that you weren't around for them for a long time due to you being petrified due to events in the story. So, yeah, that would be why some people would probably say 5 is their favorite. Some people would say 8 is their favorite, is because you learn a lot about his character through his expressiveness and interactions, like physically, like how he shakes a person's hand, how he reacts to people coming up to him and talking with him, you know? And then 11 is like, 11 may have the Trunks look, or a Trunks attempt look, but he's not as cool. And also, the hero of 11 has like is the least expressive, I'd say, in terms of the 3D games. Like, Holy shit, the expressiveness of that hero literally ranges of like a smile, a slightly raised eyebrows, and then an action face, and that's it. Like, and he has the same like, it's like the face from the it's like the face from the nose up. Like everything encompassing his eyes and brow just doesn't react at all. So, yeah, not helping is his hair kind of more or less framing and adding to his very vacant expression. So, yeah. Ho ho, aren't these waterways thrilling? A labyrinth of pipes and tunnels. I couldn't have asked for a better place to employ my talents. It's all so orderly, so considered. Nothing like the crude irregularity of those caverns. But so sad my trunk is telling me those fungal wastes are close, and I sense my damp adventure may have reached its end. Guess I'll be calling this map done. Nice that his maps are affordable. Okay, so fungal wastes is to the left, so there's still some spots to the right I can look at. I suppose speaking of the Junji Ito stuff, though I'm not too familiar with his work, I am aware of the recent anime series on Netflix that's supposed to be like what, an anthology thing? Like some kind of animation? Like, I'm aware of that, and I'm also aware of the Uzumaki anime that's supposed to be happening sometime. I don't know if it's happening like this year or next year. I don't even know if it has a release year, but I know like that's gonna be a thing. But, yeah. I learned about that being a thing, which for some I imagine are extremely excited for. Or not, I don't know. I actually don't know the reception of it. All I know about anime and Netflix stuff is that I finally finished JoJo's Part 6, and, I won't lie, I got a little confused near the end there. Like, not for nothing with JoJo's, I enjoy JoJo's, but that ending was like... That ending left me a little, like, perplexed, and not in, like, the fun kind of perplexed like Twin Peaks does. So you saw the ending? I did, and I'm not sure if I should spoil. I don't know, should I talk about it? I mean, the series has been kind of done for a bit, and I don't know if JoJo's Part 7's even gonna get an anime, because let's face it, this recent, the way that JoJo's Part 6 had aired had not exactly left a positive taste in people's mouths. So maybe they won't risk a Part 7. I don't know. Spoiler warning or something? I don't know. Fuck it. Alright. If you have any interest in finishing JoJo's Part 6, or haven't started it yet, I'm gonna warn y'all now, spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, click off here, I guess, and go see the series. But if you don't care, stick around. So, Father Pucci gaining the ability to speed up time didn't confuse me. What confused me was apparently the rapid time acceleration was like him... Okay, so from my understanding, what his ultimate goal was, it was to remove uncertainty of the future for people across the world. Like, that was his whole motivation with Dio as well. Honestly, though, I don't understand how Dio played into his ideals of trying what he did with Made in Heaven, as the stand is called, because I watched the dub. But Yeah, essentially what happens at the finale is just that he collapses all eventualities into one and makes it apparently so that people knew what their future held, so therefore they wouldn't be uncertain and scared, which is like, okay, all right, but then apparently there was that one person, the character of Emporio, who like knew of the eventualities or something like that. I don't know. It just got really complicated really quickly. And I'll admit that kind of made me miss the days where it was like Dio have ability to stop time, therefore gang have to the Jotaro and the gang have to figure out how to counter stopping time. Oh, and by the way, I actually really like I really like Matt Mercer as Jotaro, but I just like Matt Mercer and how his work goes. He's a good actor. How do you feel about Q-Taro? I think that means the bloodline, the Q stars. I don't know Q-Taro. Alternate. Oh, right, the alt universe stuff. Okay, so apparently, like, one other thing that happened was that due to Father Pucci creating, like, a new reality, like, Emporio ended up in this alternate reality of Green Dolphin Street Prison, where it was, like, not Jolene and not Jotaro talking in the visitor center, and they didn't seem aware of stand powers, at least according to what I was seeing. And I don't know. Honestly, I mean, at the very least, it does establish that Pucci was indeed too difficult for Jolene, Jotaro, Anastasia, and Hermes to defeat. So, guess it just goes to show that even shonen Power Pro tags aren't invincible completely to a villain like that. Yes. There we go, full heal. Ah, shit. Balls. Ah, I lined up. Imagine the smell. Yeah. Good thing main character doesn't seem to have a sense of smell. Ah, damn, I felt like I was getting there. I lined myself up a little too closely to that one dung ball. Ah, man. I was doing so well, too. Oh my god, come on. Okay, well, at least I don't have to go get my soul again. Or no, I do, but it's closer. Oh god, I lost all that Geo too. Fuck. It's fine. I don't really know what I could have gotten that I needed right now anyway. Oh, hello. Aha. I did not spot that before. Where am I? Somewhere different. Nothing here. I can probably easily make back all that Geo I lost. There we are. God, I was doing so well against him too. Like I had an okay pattern. I just got tripped up and I needed a break to heal, but I just was not getting it. And there we go. Wait, I think this was also a boss. Yeah, I think this also leads to a boss area. Alright, so I'm gonna go somewhere else. See ya, combo. Actually gonna probably end soon in about half an hour or so, so mayhaps I will attempt whatever's here, and then try the Dung Defender once more. Those are weird hiccups, excuse me. Yeah, I think I've actually been here before. Balls. Oh wait, no, this is a shortcut. Because... Oh. Not the kind of shortcut I was expecting, but I'll take it. I just fucking felt like an idiot. Alright, I'll just loop back around. But yeah, the other reason why I'm kind of watching my stream time right now as far as like how long I'm live is because I've been dealing with some back issues. It's just nothing too bad. It's just this consistent, like, bruised feeling that I've got in the left side of my back. How do I... Aha! Aha! What's over here? I saw the cracks in the wall and I was like, hello. Oh, hello. Okay, this seems to... That enemy may not be killable for me right now. I fucking dashed all the fucking way across that. Alright, cool. Oh, god damn it. That one, just the one hit. One hit. Alright. Oh god. That was just unfortunate, really. Okay. Son of a bitch. Seriously, is that all there is here? Alright, cool. I went back to get some fucking Geo. I mean, Geo's nice, it's just, damn it. Nah, I don't want to risk exploring this for now. I'd just like to go back to fight the Dung Defender, please. I like the Dung Defender. He's stinky, but he's fun. He's a fun fight. He's stinky, but he's fun fight. There we are. I fell again. Okay. There we are. All right, let's try the Dung Defender. And then, yeah, we'll see how I probably end after that. And again, I probably could beat him. Like, I probably would have been able to beat him that time. It was just, unfortunate placement of myself there on the, in the arena. It's not a long trek, though, thankfully, which is nice. I just wish I didn't lose all that Geo. Like, I don't know what I could have gotten, but I probably could have gotten a lot of stuff. Here we go. There we are. Okay. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Hit. Whew. Got him. Second try. Defender's Crest. All right, we beat that. Boom. Ooh, good thing I did not fully explore. Good thing I didn't fucking leap of that. I was about to say good thing I didn't leap of faith that, but spoke too soon. Damn it. There are a lot of spikes. Oh. What have we got here? This place feels different. Why did I do that? There we go. And then heal up. And then heal up. There. And there. Yeah, I have no idea where I am right now. There we go. Ooh. Geopocket. I'll take that. Game. That was really random. Just game decided to freeze a little bit there. That's an odd one. That's because so far this game's been running. Like, this game runs well on pretty much any kind of hardware you can think of outside of maybe a Nokia flip phone. Because I remember when I first got my laptop for school, like this it was this, Hyperlight Drifter, and Stardew Valley were among the first games I had on that laptop. And I remember this game actually running really nicely on it. Ancient Basin. What is this? True servant gives all for the kingdom. Let Hollownest's pale king relieve you of your burden. Sure. I only have 300. Oh, but I need some for Corifer. Shit. Because I can hear him. Damn it. Why did I give all my geo there? I would love a station right now to be able to get out of here if I can help it. And like the game read my... Oh, no, that's for a bench. Hold on. I need to get a lot of geo. May need to head back up. I think maybe I might have gone a little too far here. Yeah. And I think that's the tram system, because I remember that being a thing here too. And that just... Is that death? Oh, hello. Oh. Also, I heard one of my caterpillar friends. All right. Next bench I find, I think, will be where I end the game for the night. There we go. Oh no, it's Clothes? I forget how to pronounce her name. Shit. Oh, there she is. My friend, you dealt with all those beasts? I'm ashamed to say, I was hiding. Those ghastly things chased me and I ran. If you hadn't come along, who knows if I'd ever have survived. Others take me for a fearsome warrior, what with my impressive size, but this kingdom's beasts, I wonder if I'm just no match for them. Enough! I cannot wallow in my weakness. I must take strength from your example. You act so confident in battle. You show no fear before your foes. I'll try my best to do the same. I look forward to our next contact, tiny savior. Then you'll meet a warrior with courage to match your own. Okay, that's all there is. And it is cloth. Could be cloth, but I'm not sure. I imagine if it was cloth, there'd be an umlaut on the O. Alright, that's one down. Ow. And two. What's this? Pale ore. I can get my nail forged up again. Ooh, that's deadly. I like that. Ow. There we go. Ow! God damn, those things sting. Whew. There we go. I think I should have enough for the core for map. I'd like to at least get the map of this area before I leave here for a little while. Old caverns, these ones. Can't you just feel the weight of the kingdom above? It's a heavy thing, all right. I reckon not many'd reach these depths. We're pioneers, you and I, at least in recent history. Good thing I went all the way down. Okay, so there is a bench over that way. And I was right about the tram. There's a palace grounds, but I'm gonna save that for a future time. Okay. Come on, Will. Don't try to move too fast on the platforming. Okay. Yep. Okay, so there's the basin. And then back to City of Tears. What's below Dung Defender? I want to see that. God, I keep saying like, oh, I'll end stream soon, but here I am just getting invested in one to keep going. But no, I'll once I reach the next bench, that's where I'll end it. There's a little benchmark, I suppose, for when I'll stop for the night. Yeah, I'll probably re-explore the ancient basin when I've got the capabilities to handle all of it. Technically, I do already, but technically I already do, but I already got so many areas that I opened up and want to take a look at. All right, so this was it. Actually, I could loop back to the City of Tears and just unlock the other area there. Because I think that also leads to a bench. Ow. Okay. Now. What's this way? This way is elevator. Some silly little aristocrat bugs. Yep, okay. So we got that. So now we have that shortcut unlocked, which is good. But what's through the rest of this way? Nothing? Odd. Ow! You hurt. Ow. Oh, Jesus, you sting. Ow. They don't respawn when I come back through here, do they? No, they don't. Oh, and on the last bench I was on was like all the way in the waterways. Fuck it. Get another pip of health. I'm not gonna fight those guys because they take out 2 things of my health each time they attack. So I'm just gonna try my best to get past them. Here we are. King's Station. Okay. This is probably where the waterways for the stag station is for this spot. Right? Oh no, the bench. Oh no, the bell. Never mind. I was wrong. There we are. Okay. Found our bench. And there's even a stag station. So, I think this is where we'll stop for now. Blah, 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 blah. We'll stop for now. Thank you all for bearing with me on this stream. I apologize again for the fairly sudden hiatus I had to take regarding my lack of streaming, but I just needed the time to process a lot of stuff that went down because a lot did happen. So I thank you all for being patient with me about it. So thank you again. Hopefully we can keep on with the streams. I'm not gonna be entirely sure about this consistency, because let's just say January got incredibly complicated. So yeah, we'll have to see where things go from here. But hopefully all of you do better. Let's hope the rest of well, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to jinx anything. Just hopefully all of you take care of yourselves and stay hydrated. Check your postures, and I hope you have a good rest of your day or night or whenever you're seeing this. So, yeah. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Bye.